Alright, legends, so I'm going to do a little story time video for you tonight. And it's been a little while since you got a full upload from me. So if you've been watching the shorts over the past couple of weeks, you'll have come across one where I had given a piece of advice about if you call someone and they don't answer, don't call more than 2 times repeatedly unless it's a serious situation, And I did say that reminded me of a story of something that happened here, literally days before I made that video. So story time on a phone call that we thought was a serious situation, and it really did turn out not to be. So here's the setup. Me and my brother sit down in the evenings, dinner time. We'll sit down for a bite to eat and we'll watch a show of some sort. It could be anything from the Rockford Files to the A-Team and all that sort of stuff. All the old 70s and 80s stuff. So we're sitting there and there's this friend of my brother's that tends to call. See, if you sit down to eat food or you're sitting down to watch something, chances are this guy's going to ring at some point while you're busy. And it's nothing out of the normal for this to happen. So it happened this night, and the phone started ringing, and my brother looked at it and he seen the name, and forgive me, I know where this is going. He seen the name and he's like, I'm not answering that. And this guy, he has a way of tricking you into answering your phone. He'll ring you. If you don't answer, he'll send a text message and he'll wait a few seconds. So whenever you hear your text message, and chances are you lift your phone to open it up to check who the text message is from, he'll ring the second time. Sometimes he'll check you into actually answering the phone. So this is a known thing. So the brother is like, I'm not answering this. And the text message came in. A few seconds later, the phone started to ring again. So he takes the phone and shoves it underneath a pillow in the background to mute the sound a little bit. And so we go back to doing what we're doing. So the phone rings another couple of times. You're talking 4 times while I was there. Eventually it stops. We finish what we're doing, finish our food, what we're watching, go about our evening. So later on that night, I'm talking to my brother downstairs, and the setup we have here is there's a bathroom and bedroom on the bottom floor of the house. So like the bottom floor is all his and the top floor of the house is mine. So it's like 2 different apartments really. So unless we're sitting down to eat or watching something, we kind of just go to our own parts of the house, do our own things. I record my videos and whatnot. So he does his thing. Later that night, I'm talking to him, and he's like, you'll never guess what happened with this guy. He's like, I'm like, he rang back, obviously. He's like, he didn't just ring back once. The brother's phone was low on charge. He had to head out to the shops or something that night. He was gone out of the house, so he left the phone on the charger in here. When he comes back, he looks at his phone, counting the 4 calls that happened while I was there. There was a grand total of 27 missed calls from this guy. And of course at this point, the brother, I'm starting to laugh because I know how this ends. At this point, has a cross of like anger and frustration is on top of comedy. He's just like, he can't believe what just happened. So I didn't hear the phone ringing. I was up here watching a movie or something, and he says 27 missed calls. So he reckons at this point something's badly up here. Ringing once or twice is one thing, but 27 missed calls in one evening. Now you're talking probably between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. So 5 hours or so when you have 27 missed calls. In my mind, if I lifted my phone and seen 27 missed calls from somebody, I'd think, okay, somebody's been hurt here. Somebody's in trouble. Somebody needs help. So he does what anybody else would have done. Grabs his phone, rings the guy back, and what's up with you? This is the conversation that I had. Hello, is everything okay? And the guy asks him, do you know this song? And starts to whistle a tune down the phone at him. Now, I'm not going to do it myself, just in case the copyright maybe pick up on it. But, you know the old 80s song, Popcorn? That's what it was. So he starts whistling Popcorn down the phone at my brother. I can't recall who did the song, but everybody knows Popcorn. And the brother recognises it right away. And he's like, that's Popcorn. To which the guy replies, thank you very much. And he hangs up the phone. And that's it. So, such a random thing to happen. As I say, that little short, I'm pretty sure you've seen it by now. If you've come across this video, chances are this one has been linked to that short. So, yeah, just, this dude has got no sense of boundaries or common sense whatsoever. He's always been the guy. I knew him back in the late 90s, early 2000s, whenever I had just left school. And I was over in the next town over, having a few beers, playing pool and whatnot. Come across this guy. Local legend. Everybody knows him. And we're now in 2023 at the recording of this video. And he's no more the wiser. And there's times they got there where I was getting angry for the brother myself. I was just like, what is up with that man's head? As I said in the short, if it's nothing serious, wait for the other person to call back. But 27 missed calls. My light has just gone out, which means my battery has died on the laptop that was powering it. So there's your random little story time for tonight. Yes, this guy, 27 missed calls because he couldn't remember the name of a song. There's more ingenious ways to figure out the name of a song than to actually sit and waste your whole evening calling somebody that's not answering. But I could feel the next time the phone rings, I'm just going to ask the brother, do you want me to tell him to take a long walk for you? It's just, I was frustrated and angry for him, but not shocked in the slightest. And anybody that knows this guy, ask me in person. I'm not going to embarrass him by sticking his name on YouTube. But if you see me out in public and you're from the same neck of woods that I'm from, grew up in, ask me who it was. I'll say a single word, and anybody that knows this person, as soon as they hear that single word, will be like, that's not surprising in the slightest. The man, there's something wrong with him. There's air getting on somewhere. Anyway, right, that's going to do it for the story time for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see if I can dream up some more of these. And I'm pretty sure, now that I've been telling that story, that I have one of my own from the past. So if I can recall it properly, I'll maybe follow this video up with that one. So until the next one, whatever you're doing, stay safe, and I'll talk to you all soon.